Yo, it's RT, and welcome back to another VG Wars video. If by now 13 episodes in you don't know what VG Wars is, then go to the playlist. Go to the playlist. There is 12 episodes of VG Wars. Go watch those and come back here, because if by now you don't know what it is, then you're missing out on a really good series. So go watch those old ones, come back here, and then enjoy the video. Before we get into this video, I'd like to thank ABJ for joining me in this video. He will be going over Super Mario World while I go over new Super Mario Bros. Wii. Remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and let's get straight into this VG Wars. New Super Mario Bros. Wii gameplay is really good. Pacing in the game is good, and I've never lost sense of direction. I feel like the game is really good at directing you where to go. There's been never a point where I just didn't know what to do, know where to go in the game. There is a lot to do in the game, but it's also really simple. World maps, there's a whole bunch of secrets all over the levels, a whole bunch of different things to do. There's also a lot of different paths to get to the end, as you can take secret exit to skip worlds, and it's a very fast-paced game. And a game as simple as this is really good if it's fast-paced, because you don't want to play a slow-paced, simple game. Mario also feels really good in this game. Mario is really responsive. He has a good range of movement. The level design is also really good in new Super Mario Bros. Wii. The level design is really diverse. There's a lot of different environments. The environments have been seen already, but obviously I like how they mix up certain environments with each other, like an underground desert or a snowy underground area. I like how they did that to keep the area that you're in consistent. Even the Koopaling boss fights in the game have its variety. You do have to jump them 3 times, but each Koopaling has different things in their boss fight. For example, Iggy using that big chain chomp in his boss fight. You got Bowser Jr. that uses the cart in different ways in his boss fights. Also, the power-ups that are in this game are really good. The new ones, the propeller and the penguin suit, are really good items. They were used really well in this game. Of course, the penguin suit can't really be used in environments other than the snowy and the water, but the penguin suit was really used great in those 2 environments, and they were used great for like finding secrets and stuff, and it really does push you to keep those items so you can get to some of those secrets. So new Super Mario Bros. Wii's gameplay gets a 9. The music in new Super Mario Bros. Wii is really good also. The music, everything fits each stage. Every world map has a different song. Each song fits each atmosphere correctly. The music really does add on to the atmosphere you're in. It makes you feel like you're actually underground. It makes you feel like you're actually in a snow world. So the music in new Super Mario Bros. Wii gets a 10. New Super Mario Bros. Wii's content is really good. There is 76 levels in the game, just 4 more than there is in Mario World. And there are 9 worlds, and each world has a plethora of levels. Each level has a lot of stuff in it, a lot of secrets. There's a lot of secret exits in this game. There are 3 star coins in every level, and almost every level in the game has its own unique twist to it. There are a decent amount of levels that you will play that you look back and you will remember them because of how good they were and how unique they were and what they brought to the table. A lot of these levels brought a lot of new stuff to the table when it came to 2D Mario. There is also a multiplayer mode. There's 2 multiplayer modes. There's coin battle and there's a versus mode. As I said earlier, there are 9 worlds. The 9th world gets unlocked after you beat all 8 worlds, and you only unlock the levels in the 9 worlds if you collect all of the star coins in each world. So you get rewarded for going the extra mile to collect all the star coins in the game. The game also has a decent amount of items. With the new propeller and new penguin suit items, those items bring a lot more to the table when it comes to level design and a lot of the level mechanic. So the content gets a 10. Now, new Super Mario Bros. Wii's controls. So the controls are decent in this game. They're only decent. The controls are self-explanatory, but there is some issues with them. I've had issues where Mario would spin, but I didn't check the remote, or if like I'm trying to ground pound, and once I ground pound, he spins out of nowhere. Sometimes the motion controls get wonky at some points, but there is another control scheme you can use. You can use the nunchuck, and the nunchuck is good as well. Controls are pretty self-explanatory, easy to learn, pretty simple, so the controls get an 8.
Super Mario Bros. Level design is really good. These levels are filled with iconic enemies, great environments, and really cool tricks and gimmicks to help these levels stay fresh. Not only does Super Mario World have stellar level design, it also has the Cape Feather, which I think is one of the best things about this game. Not only does this power up allow you to fly, but it is a really great weapon for enemies. and I don't think any other power-up can beat it, honestly. But something I think brings Mario World down a bit is the bosses. They're pretty easy, nothing really special about them, and the fact that most of the Koopalings share bosses with the other Koopalings with just minor differences kind of comes off lazy, I'm not gonna lie. Other than that, the gameplay for this game is phenomenal, but because of the bosses, I'm gonna have to give this an 8. Mario World has an excellent soundtrack. Even though this game doesn't have a ton of music, the music it has never gets old. I like how the level themes share the same motif, which is basically the same melody that gets remixed over and over again. I think that's a really cool touch. And this is really the Mario game that started that, since all the newer 2D games follow this trend of having the same melody remixed for the level themes. Music is without a doubt a 10. Now, Super Mario World doesn't really have any extra modes or missions, but in my opinion, I don't think it really needs it. I mean, this game, between all the secret exits that are hidden all throughout the game, and plus the dragon coins hidden all throughout the levels that you could collect, as well as Star Road and eventually Special World, which houses the most challenging levels in the game, which will definitely keep you occupied trying to beat them. Super Mario World also has multiplayer, although it isn't that great. It isn't like the newer games where both players would be in the level together. Instead, one player is in a level at a time, and if you die or you complete the level, it's player 2's turn. So I would give Super Mario World an 8 for content. This game controls beautifully. Mario has the perfect amount of traction, his momentum is great for really precise platforming, his speed is just right, not too slow, not too fast. I think he's just all around great to control. At least for 2D, I think this is the best Mario has ever controlled. So I'm going to give it a 10.
So now it's time for the final results. So New Super Mario Bros. Wii got a 37 and Super Mario World got a 36. Yes, New Super Mario Bros. Wii barely got the edge on this one. I feel like what put Super Mario World down was the gameplay, but more specifically the boss fights. Like, you know how ABJ said the boss fights were kind of lazy. Super Mario World also lacked in multiplayer. Obviously, New Super Mario Bros. Wii will have the better multiplayer, knowing that you can play in levels together. But these games are generally really close and similar in quality. It was really hard to do this video. I'd like to thank ABJ for joining me in this. Remember to go subscribe to ABJ's channel. Thank you guys for watching this video. Remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see y'all in the next video.